Hello, educators. Hello. I'm delighted to welcome you to this workshop entitled Public Speaking is Power. Let's empower all of our students with these skills. My name is Siobhan Keenan Fitzgerald, and I've been teaching for 28 years, but I began my teaching career 28 years ago in a public fee-paying school, a school in which time, attention, and priority was given to enabling and empowering their students to develop their speaking skills. Today, many of those students hold prominent positions in politics as CEOs of companies, and they have competent, charismatic leadership skills. I'm absolutely delighted for their success. Today, I teach in a JESH school, and I'm absolutely sure that the students that I teach today are as capable of developing those skills if I, the teacher, provide the training and the opportunities for practice. I know that we teachers, we love to make a difference, and we do in so many ways. Well, I've discovered in the last few years that by training my students in the skills of public speaking, I can make an even greater impact on their lives. So today, I'm delighted to talk to you about public speaking training in primary school and secondary school using the Let's Stand program. So in this workshop, I'm going to cover with you the why, what, and how of the Let's Stand public speaking program. I developed the Let's Stand program because I believe that public speaking skills can equip and empower young people to share their story in the most positively impactful way for others, but most importantly, for themselves. In the UK, schools that are prioritizing oracy, what they are finding is that the benefits of oracy are felt every day in the learning that happens in our classrooms, but also the consequences for students' employability, economic success, and well-being. So as I move on to the next slide and begin to delve into the program, I invite you now to reflect and consider for a moment, what was your experience of public speaking in school? And were those opportunities available for all students? So firstly, what is public speaking? Articulated speech is the highest faculty of the human being. So says world-renowned Canadian clinical psychologist Jordan Peterson. A few years ago at the Golden Globe Awards, Oprah Winfrey, in her acceptance speech of the Cecil B. DeMille Award, said, "What I know for sure is that speaking your truth is the most powerful tool we all have." Wow. Speaking your truth is the most powerful tool we all have. So when do we begin training our young people in skills that will empower them to speak their truth? Or do we? I take my definition of public speaking from the Merriam-Webster dictionary, the art of effective oral communication with an audience. Now that could be an audience of 1, 10, 100, or a packed out auditorium. But the Let's Stand program is not just about public speaking. I'll just move myself here. It's about developing the listening skills, evaluation skills, and speaking skills. So it's about developing public speaking and communication skills, additional skills developed either explicitly or incidentally are skills of empathy, leadership, and critical thinking. So moving on to the actual skills of public speaking then. As you can see from this page from a secondary school book, the skills covered include body language, hand gestures, eye contact, facial expression, voice, language, structure, visual aids, pause, and story. And the first two, vitally important, and without which the rest of them may never be used. Stand up and speak out. So how is this taught? It starts with creating that safe, supportive environment in the classroom where all students feel safe to express themselves. Rules for listening, evaluating, and speaking can be co-created with the students, or examples can be taken directly from the book to guide you. Students are also trained in how to deliver positive, constructive feedback to their peers on how they are seeing them use the skills they are learning. Feedback on each of the projects is always positive and specific. In secondary school, the programme can be run for TY students as a 40-hour structured programme. Alternatively, for CBA preparation or as part of language or well-being classes, teachers may decide to take the prepared lessons and integrate them with the approaches they're already using, depending on the needs and strengths and the contexts of your own schools and groups of students. In primary school, then, explicit teaching of the skills of public speaking can be done during the discrete oral language classes, with many opportunities for using and practicing these skills evident and available across the curriculum and across the regular school day. Critically, the Let's Stand programme trains students in how to speak to maximum impact and effect, but it does not tell them what to say. That comes from each individual. And this is what makes the programme so easy to differentiate to the strengths, needs, and interests of each student. The keys are the structure, the explicit teaching of skills, and then the regular opportunities to practice the three elements of listening, evaluating, and speaking. The method of teaching is the gradual release of responsibility method of Pearson and Gallagher 1983. And this is a particular style of pedagogy framed around a process devolving responsibility in an incremental, scaffolded way within the learning process from the teacher to the eventual independence of the learner. After the teacher has modelled, shared, and guided, the teacher's role becomes more of a facilitator, the guide on the side, rather than the sage on the stage. So now, the part you've all been waiting for, it's your turn to speak. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a topic and I'm going to ask you to speak on it, not directly to me, but speak to whoever's close to you there for 1 minute. Okay? Away you go. Your topic is lockdown. Okay, quiet. So now take a look at, we're going to try structure. Take a look at this structure. I call this the key method for impromptu speaking, where when you get a topic, first of all, you think about what is my key message, and then you come up with 3 points, 3 reasons, or 3 examples that feed into that key message. And then in conclusion, you finish up by reverting back to what your key message was in the first place. So I'll allow you just to read those examples there of a key method response to the greatest form of exercise and also the best profession or job in the world. So you can probably see from that how a structure would work. But now let's practice it. I'm going to give you another topic and I'm going to ask you to speak on it again to whoever's close by for 1 minute. And this time, apply the structure of the key method. And your topic now is what I love most about my school. Off you go. So hopefully you will have seen from that how a structure can really support you to speak. Imagine what a structured approach does for our students. Teachers know the importance of proficiency in the skills of public speaking for life. The ability to express and communicate ideas, knowledge, and feelings in a way, excuse me, in a way that others will hear is empowering, fulfilling, and rewarding. This is power. This is freedom. This is student voice at its most real. I was watching a documentary on Netflix during lockdown about Michelle Obama. She visited a school in a disadvantaged area and was speaking to teenagers there. One student said to her, "When you were in the White House and you're the First Lady, how did you manage not to be invisible?" And Michelle Obama replied, "I was never invisible because I was always heard at my family table." But she said, if you feel invisible, you have to find the tools inside to be heard and find your voice. Let's Stand equips students with the tools to find and use their voice. During the time of lockdown, I also watched my own 4 children, 3 teenagers and one 11-year-old, become frustrated with some of the work that they had to do for school. Again and again, I heard them say, "But why is this important for life?" This is a question that's very easy to answer when it comes to developing our students' speaking skills. For relationships, CBAs, oral exams, social occasions, workplace presentations, university presentations, employment opportunities, or maybe just for their own wedding or their sibling's wedding. If you can speak well, you can influence. And if you can influence, you can change lives, your own and others. Daniel Schindler, the drama and well-being lead at School 21, an innovative changemaker school in East London that caters for students from age 4 to 18. He addresses his class at the beginning of each year in the following way. He says, "I want your voice to fill this school. I want your voice to be one of the many sounds that build the community. I want you not just to talk, but to listen. Listen to yourself, your breath, your heart, and your true thoughts. I want you to listen to other people. I want you to discover the many voices that make up a human being. I want you to find your voice." Thank you so much for attending this workshop here today. For any further information, please do make contact with me. I'm very happy to support in any way that I can because I know that this is very valuable and important work. It does make a difference, and in line with the theme of this festival, it will definitely enable and empower our students to communicate, connect, and collaborate with empathy and confidence in learning and in life. And isn't that what all teachers want? Let's stand. Have a nice day.